Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and apparently I am not good enough to get endgame yet. Although I am premium and I paid just as much of my own money to EA, it gave first dibs to PS3. Sony must have parked a dump truck full of money at EA's front door for that one. And now YouTube is full of endgame gameplays that is just making me nerdgasm and scream at my monitor for not letting me play. Or I just watch the gameplays in 1080p, grab my mouse and pretend I'm Mongo FPS, getting those mad ghost streaks on the dirt bike. God, the dirt bike. Now I'm sad. Well, alright, let's get to the point. This is another ridiculous loadout video, and I am using a loadout suggested by a YouTuber in the comments who said use the FAMAS with a silencer, a bipod, a 7x scope, and a smoke launcher to cover and revive, as a cover to revive as many people as you can. Now, I am not using the 7x scope for two reasons. One, I haven't unlocked it yet, and two, I just did a ridiculous loadout video with the AN94 and the 7x scope, so, you know, it would be redundant to make it twice. Now, as for the smoke launcher and reviving, I'd like to think that I always PTFO and revive whenever I see a comrade go down. One of the reasons I placed 5th in the world on PC in the January competition, by the way. And I'll link to that video somewhere in the description. Now as for the commentary part, since I don't have endgame yet, thank you very much EA, I've mostly been gathering my data from YouTube, forums, and Reddit. And I have a friend with a PlayStation 3. I've made a couple of observations I'd like to read through. Now, some of these aren't mine, a couple are, so here we go anyway. The maps seem to be quite linear, similar to Operation Firestorm. And the maps have a lot of changes in elevation. So, you know, something like Nibandan Flats, for example, isn't really flat. So, if using a javelin, your line of sight will be blocked. In which case, you know, a body with a soft lamp is the way to go. Actually, I don't see a reason against using a soft lamp on any map. It's a very underrated tool, and a very useful one. Probably should get more points to get people to use it. Well, whatever. Almost everything is some sort of jump. Rock, hill, staircase, anything. And now, due to the general color of the map, it's very hard to see AT mines on Kaiser Railroad and Operation Riverside. So be careful and take the IR scope for your tank/LAV. As for capture the flag, engineer and recon would probably be the best classes to use. As I said before, engineer to destroy the vehicles, and recon to laze everything with the soft lamp to support the javelins and guided missiles from the helicopters. Each game will be 20 minutes long, and changing the ticket count affects the number of flags that can be captured, and not the timer. It is very easy to spawn trap. The enemy will spawn close to their flag that they are defending, although you can still run into their spawn area as infantry and be a total shit. You know, one of those floaters that you can't seem to flush down. Oh, this is interesting. Remember the out-of-bound zones on Conquest and such for air vehicles? They were always bigger than for infantry. You could go further out of the map on a plane than, just walking. Well, not so here. Air vehicles and infantry share the out-of-bound region. So, if a foot soldier can't go there, neither can the airplane or the helo. Now, defending flags is harder than attacking a flag. You can easily pick up an enemy's flag instantly, but returning your own flag takes time. The more people on the flag, the quicker it will return. Now, all capture the flag maps have helicopters, AA, and dirt bikes. Javelin or guided missiles will make short work of said dirt bikes, but good luck trying to hit them with the RPG. They're like a centipede scurrying around on the floor while you're frantically trying to throw your shoes at it with disgust. Okay, now, people will booby trap flags with C4 and put down so many AT mines nearby that you could walk from Greenland to Iceland to Scotland without getting your feet wet. Frankly, people do the same on Rush, put C4 all over the MCOMs. At least that's what I did in Bad Company too. Good times. Alright, flags cannot be taken or captured while in a vehicle. So, kind of like in Rush, you have to get out of the tank to pick up the flag. You might travel and return the flag in a vehicle. There's a radius for vehicles and enough people, but you cannot capture or take the flag in a vehicle. It's common for people to ride up quickly, get off the bike, and get back up again, right on the bike. As for the air superiority, it's 12 versus 12, as I said in the air superiority trailer breakdown, and you can only spawn in a jet, which is already in the air, and you can't eject. Air superiority is a good way to level up your jets if you haven't already. Points for captures in air superiority are the same as in Conquest, but capture a lot faster, and the radius is larger. The barrage balloons resemble the flags, and they do not move. You can crash into them, and the blimps themselves cannot be destroyed. You, however, will have a very bad day. Now, when playing air superiority, expect heat seekers constantly. If you're not a good pilot, just stick to capping the flags. You'll get massacred, but you'll still get a ton of points. And on that note, ramming seems to be happening a lot less often than one might expect. Maybe because air superiority is mostly filled by ace pilots, or people who fly better at least. People will suicide, so you won't kill them with heat seekers. So main gun or rocket plots is the way to go. Air radar doesn't seem to be as good as in vanilla maps. And as far as the vehicles go in endgame, the dropship flies in a straight line, unlike the gunship in armored kill maps, which flies in a circle. There's a slight downtime after it goes over the map. It only appears on Conquest, if memory serves. I may be wrong about this, but this is what I observed. It drops LAVs and teammates, as I said in my previous video breakdowns. It will drop and land on random points on the map, so as not to be an uber weapon and, just kill everything in sight. And the owner of the dropship is controlled by whichever team has the dropship flag, like in Armored Kill. On most maps, it's the middle flag or C flag. Now, The new AAs are powerful offensively, but I think weak defensively. It contains heat seekers and a force set of rockets, which have a huge drop-off range. These force shells can easily disable a tank, but they shoot relatively slow, and the tank will, by that time disable the Humvee Vodnik in one shot, and probably kill you as well. Like before, it holds 4 people, 1 driver, 1 gunner, and 2 passengers. Okay, now the dirt bikes are fast, a bit faster than the quad bike, which makes them harder to hit with unguided rockets. Avoid using them when there's too many enemies around because, javelins, guided missiles will end your scenic drive through the countryside quite quick. Jihad bikes aren't that common that I saw, but give it time, but the only ones that were, it was over pretty much before you knew what's what. A lot of fun, but the constant beeping in air superiority will drive you beyond insanity. It's about as subtle as a marching band. Okay, there's also a couple of things they fixed, and okay, I'm gonna go over them right now. They fixed a few long time broken things in the endgame patch, for PC at least. They fixed some unobtainable dog tags like the co-op service star dog tags. They fixed the Russian and American army dog tags to show the hours spent on that side. Before it showed some crazy number like 30,000 hours or something like that. They also added a stage of 2 MCOMs to one of the all-time favorite rush maps, at least for me, Damavand Peak, the Skyfall map, so to speak. Remember how it used to end in the Tunnel of Death? Well, not anymore. Now you get to go beyond the tunnel and into the mining operation and the small trailer things. And, well, I think that's it. I have been Crawlers. Thanks for watching, and please check out my other videos at the end of this one. Thanks.